Hello there. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make your very own Minecraft mod and model. It'll take you from just an image to a full-blown mod. So, let's begin. So, let's start with our image. Here's an image I found of a soap dispenser. This will be an example of how to make some mods. So, let's just start by looking at where there could be blocks. Maybe some on the top, some on the walls, and some on the bottom. And this could also be a block. So that seems like a pretty good idea. So now, I'm going to put this in the other window. And now, let's open up Blockbench. Blockbench is a tool which allows you to make quick and easy models using blocks. Now, let's call it soap dispenser, because that's kind of what it is. So now, rotate it over here, and it has to be on this side in order for the rotation to work. I'll explain what that is in a moment, but let's start. So, since this is going to be on a wall, let's take this and scale it up so that it will basically serve as the block next to it. Then you make another cube and just scale it up a bit. This will serve as the middle. So move it right over here, then move it to 7, 7. That's now directly in the middle. Now, it's going to need to be a bit taller than it is wider, so let's do that. And there. So now it's pretty much in the middle. Now, you can change it as much as you want. Just have fun with it. Explore. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. If it was that thing, then that would be like the full height of it, which I'm going to make later. Well, almost now. So, next, I'm going to make one for the top, which I'm just going to put here, and then just make this, put that here, and then make it a bit wider. There. It's looking pretty good so far. Now, it doesn't really have any texture, so it shows this. So another thing, so we'll change that later. But now, I'll show you something. So now you can change the pivot point of each of the things, which will allow you to do a lot of different things with what you have. Go to the middle of it, approximately, then go to rotate, and then turn it on this axis. You'll notice it is rotated, but it needs to be moved, so just look over here and try to get it right. And since it needs to be like a wall, let's put it in there. We'll fix that later, but this will kind of serve as baseline. So then you can right click on it after selecting it and duplicate it. There's a lot of different tools which you can use in this, so just have fun with it. But I'm going to duplicate this a bit more and put it over here. And then duplicate the top one. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this. Then I'm going to match it to the dimensions of the bottom. There. And then I'm going to move it just a bit more. And there, now it's starting to look like the soap dispenser. So now I'm just going to make this so that it is just the outside, so that now the kind of like it goes kind of in and out that will be fixed. You kind of set it to, but you don't set the bottom to 0, bottom or the top to 0. Stay full, and then you. Now that you have this, put that there, and Control A over here, and then you can move it to where it needs to be. And there. So now let's add another cube, which is going to serve as kind of the button to dispense stuff. So now, just take this and move it around a bit and resize it to be the button. There we go. And move it a bit past there. Now this may be a bit confusing at first, but it should make sense later. So now, let's add some textures. So, a useful tool for this, let me open this, let me find where it is. Oh, here it is MC Assets. Go to mcassets.cloud and it will give you all of the Minecraft kind of icon, the textures for all of it. It serves as a very good thing of what it is, of what you can put in there. So now, take each of these and just drag it over to the cube to put all of the faces on it. Well, actually, I'm just going to put that over there for now. And then you move this up a bit. Change the size. Okay, change stuff. And now, cube. It's all going to look a bit wonky at first, but should, oh, wrong one. So this one, find out which one it is, drag it over. This also works similarly to how you can texture stuff in Unity. It's definitely interesting. So I'm going to import some white concrete for that, and we'll send a message which basically just says this isn't in the files, this isn't where I would expect it to be, because that's kind of just what it does. So yeah, so now just delete and add them by use Control Z, and if you do that, then now the first one, this one is kind of glitchy, like it looks like that. So just try to change it, but it might not work, so just but it should work for now. It won't change, and many people will see it when they're just looking at the mod. So yeah, so I'm going to just keep modeling this, changing stuff around, and there. Now, it's not. Now we have our model pretty much done. Oh, actually, kind of is done. You can make some little adjustments if you would like, but I think this is looking good. So, actually, I'm just going to delete, add that back in, and poof. So now we have this, and you can see the button on the inside. Let's press File, Save Model, and now let's put it. I'm making kind of a scroll pack, so I'm just going to set it to my downloads. So and save. So now we have this. So now don't close out of this, just minimize the tab because you don't need it right now. So now go to mCreator, and now press new workspace, display my name soap, and create new workspace. And now we're going to set up the workspace. And now it should be open. So just go into workspace, and I've removed the webcam. I've shrunk the webcam just so that it doesn't get in the way because there's going to be a decent amount going on. So press block because that's what we're going to be making, and let's just call it soap dispenser. Create new block. So now we're not going to be using any of these because we have custom textures. Resources, so import JSON 3D model. I'm going to go to where I put that, which was downloads, JSON, and poof. Now, this is where you'll need this. That's why I told you not to close it, because you're going to have to remember the order of those. So it's blue stained concrete for the first thing, so just import it from where you have it. I have it also in my downloads, so I can get to it pretty easily. So, and let's import this, the other one while we're at it. So now, click this one, then this one, and save mappings. And now, press soap dispenser, and now you're going to need to choose any of them. It's going to actually change it to a different thing, but just you have to put it in there or else it won't work. Now for transparency type, press translucent because some of the parts are translucent, which have transparent parts. So now we're done with the visual stuff. Now for the bounding box. Open this back up. You're going to need a decent amount. Then find out where this is. You can also just feel around for where it is and see where it starts. So 4, 3, 8. So the start is going to be actually I'm just going to do it with this. So 4, 3, 10. So at 4, 3, and 10. And then go to where is it again? Oh right, it's up here. So then move this. You can do some calculations, but I'm just going to do this. So 11, 12, 15. And then 11, 12, 15. Well, it's actually pretty sure that it's like 1 away from that point. Is it? Because like it would be like 6. I'm pretty sure that that's right, and if it's 15, then this is where it's 16, so there. And now, onto the triggers, which is going to be just a bit more complicated. So now click add, and let's call it dispense soap. A procedure. Now this is going to be a bit more complicated, as I said before, because you have to use some coding, though it does use blocks, so that's a bit easier. So now let's start. Go to block procedures, and never mind, it's not there. Is it entity management? Spawn, so like a spawn thing. No. So give me a second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So it's there to say spawn. So spawn single particle thing. So we're going to have it down, so it's negative and 0.25, because we don't want it to go like down to the ground immediately. So then add spit, which is the thing, which may sound gross, and it kind of is, but it's the closest thing that we have. Now, because we want it in around the middle of the block, so add a plus thing, math, and then add that plus 0.5. Duplicate that twice, and go x plus 0.5 and z plus 0.5. Put that there, and that there. Save mod element. Save mod element. And there. So now we have a rinser thing and a dispense soap procedure. So now, let's see. Will it work? Press export, which will send it over there. Export without donating. You can also donate if you would like to. But soap tutorial. I'm just going to close that, since I don't really need it. So now, go over to downloads, and it says soap tutorial. So what you need to do now is open up another file explorer tab, or whatever it is, and then %app data %. And now Minecraft, then go into mods. You're going to have to install Forge in order for this to work. So I have soap 3 on here, which I'm just going to make sure to. So I'm just going to see if it's already there. Soap 3. That was yesterday. Yesterday I made that because I was just making it, and here's the tutorial. So now, soap tutorial, then go to Minecraft launcher, and you're going to have to install Forge. Now let me just clean up this so it doesn't get too cluttered, because this is already pretty cluttered as is. So now, open up Forge, open up 1.16.5 Forge. There were a bunch of tutorials, and I might even make my own on how to download Forge and how to add mods to it, but for now, we'll just leave what you have installed. So just go over here, and let me just turn back on my webcam. And there we go. Now let's set up a new Minecraft world. Game rules. I'm gonna make it so that no mobs will spawn. There won't be any time of day or weather. You don't have to follow any of these. You can just make it yourself. Make whatever you want. I'm just going to do what I usually do. And poof. So now it should be setting up the Minecraft world. And now, where is it? There it is. You can also change where it appears, and I'll show you how. And now, let's take some blocks, put it up there, and poof. It dispenses soap now. That's the llama spit particle. That's the spit particle. Note actually this thing is kind of wonky, because the hitbox, like, it doesn't go all the way, actually. Because the size is I don't know. But you can expand it by 1 if you would like. But for now, this works. See, when you right click it, poof, soap comes out. But it has the bounding box, so it doesn't happen whenever you click away from it. You click off of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and have a nice day. Goodbye!